Hello and welcome back to my channel, Craft with me, Dawne. Today I'm going to share with you a project that I did last Easter. It's a Easter Egg Garland, and you need, but I mean you can do whatever sizes you want, but I'm going to do 5 eggs. So I've got like 1 large, 2 medium and 2 small. So the large egg measures approximately 6 centimetres from there to there. That's the large one, and the medium is about 5, give or take a few mil, and the small one is just short of 4 centimetres. So let's crack on. So what I do is I actually cover them in some cotton fabric, and what I've done is I've torn it, and as you can see on this board the grids are 1 centimetre, so it's about 1 centimetre down, and then you've actually got a little bit of a frayed edge as well. So I haven't actually measured this, but it's a long length. But I mean, if you haven't got any long cotton, you can use bits, but it's just, I just find it easier just to do it in one length. So you need some pins. These are just cheapy pins. So some pins, some fabric glue. I mean, sorry, I'm getting used to this camera and where to go with it. This is some fabric tack glue, but I struggle squeezing the tube, you know, to get it out. So I've bought some of these little plastic bottles with a fine nib. So we'll see how we get on. So right, for starters, we need a pin just to hold the fabric. So I'm going to go through and show you how I do it. I've got bits of glue stuck to my fingers. Sorry if I'm talking funny, I've got a pin in my mouth, which is bad really. So I'm just going to find the top, centre, and then I'm just going to pin that in there and hold it, the fabric there. So I've just left a little bit. I know it's hard because it's white on white, so I hope you can see. So I'm just going to go around and get it so that it's central again. Just bear with me, I just need to make sure that that's taut. So pulling it as tight as you can, and then just pin it again. I don't use the pin all the way through because it does tend to hold itself. So then I'm just going to take it slightly over now, like that, and then at the bottom just do a bit of a crossover so that you're actually covering the polystyrene. You could use plastic eggs as well, but I mean, I don't think you'll be able to like pin it. So I've got my pin to hand just in case I feel as though I actually need it just to poke it in at any point. So I'm just going round and round, and then not forgetting to twist, otherwise you'll end up with gaps. So as you can you see, well, I've like covered it there. So we just need to, just bear with me, cover the whole egg. So remembering to twist and keep it central on north and south, top and bottom. So just taking it round. Don't do my carpal tunnel any good doing this. Then, like I say, just slightly twisting as we go. and holding it as tight as you can. And then just until you've covered the whole egg. We might only need excuse me sniffling. So right, we're done. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to hold it there like that, and I'm going to bob a pin there. You see, so it's not quite in the middle, it's just slightly off. And then I'm going to cut this fabric off there, about there, and then get your little, well, fabric glue. You don't want something that's going to saturate the cotton, because if you do, you can end up in a situation where, I'm just going to move that down slightly, you can end up in a situation where you're having to wait and wait and wait for the glue to dry. So I'm just going to bob, watch, it won't come out now. Oh, it is doing, slowly. So I'm just going to put a little dab of that glue there, like that. And then I'm just going to bob that over. As you can see, I've left a little flap here, and I'll show you why in a minute. So I'm not going to take that off yet, because I just want that to go off, because I'm pulling that fabric quite taut. So there you are, I've covered the whole egg. So what you need to do is cover all these as well, but I'm not going to do this on camera because it's just going to take time. So I'll move them away, and then I'll show you some that I've already done ready, just to free up time for filming. So these are the other ones that I've done. Okay, so you can see on these that we do have a little bit of a seam here, but I'll explain that to you as we go on. So while that's drying, what I want to show you is this. I've actually gone round them with some string, like that. So, I've got some string here cut, but I mean I've just got them for size of eggs, but it's up to you how much you do. I mean, some people just work straight off the ball of string. I struggle. I like to be all cut and organised and ready to go. I think it comes from when I used to make cards and things, but I used to do wedding stationery and stuff like that. So it was very, very rare that I ever did like one card at a time. So it was a bit of a conveyor belt. I had everything organised, and I used to do it in like a little, I used to have like a little system going. So I'd have my blank card and I'd do one bit on them all. So I'd be working from 50 to 200 depending on what I were doing. And that's how I did, and I built it up until they were finished. So I tend to work, when I'm doing something that's more than one, I tend to work a little bit like that. I have to be, it's just way that I work, but I mean, you don't have to do it. You'll find your own little way. So that's the long one for that one. So I will put this one to the side, so don't forget this has got to dry. In fact, no, I will do this one for you, same, I will do it. And then I'll show you what to do. So you've got your little bit here now that's glued down. So you've got that little tab there. So get your string and hold it there, and then what I do is I just go around, take that over that way, and I'll go around like 3 times. Gosh, this is what happens. I need to keep that piece of string forward and up like that. I think. It's like I've said to you before in my previous videos, I'm so used to working on my own. I do actually struggle videoing, but I'm getting there. I'm trying my best anyway. You'll have to let me know what you think, whether you think I'm doing all right or not, and explaining well enough for you. So I've just got my tweezers here, and I'm just going to pull that one through there like that. It's just because I want it to hold the knot, so to speak. So I've got one side like that, like that. It's just because I want not to be like that, and then it should fall to north and south like that. Then, so as you can see, we've just put a little string belt round this egg, and then I'm just going to move this down there like that and get that. So it's like that. There we go. And I'm just going to pull that down slightly, and I'm just going to take off this end bit here like that, and then pull that back up like that. So that's that one there. So I'm going to do the same with the small ones. So remembering 1, 2, 3. So that's, you can just see my little tail there, so I'm just going to work on that bit there, put it down, it'll go there. So that's 2 and 3. So we're back here again, so just pull this one, sorry, I need more than 2 hands. Hold it there, just get your tweezers underneath and pull that through. Do with a crochet hook really, I'm sure it'd make it easier. Sorry, I will get there. There we are. And again, just tying a knot. One that way, and then this one will be north and south again, and that one that way like that. There you are. The same again, just getting your line where that one is. So we're going 1, 2 and 3. Holding it on there, and then just pull your string through, and again knot. East to west, or west to east, and then south to north or north to south. So there you go. So that's my 2 medium ones done. So what I like to do is, some of these long bits I can't cope with them, I'll have to get rid of them. Bit hairy. Well, it's obvious it's going to be hairy because natural string. Tie that there, and then what I do is I just hold them both together and make sure that they're somewhat even. So as you can see, they're pretty much central. I mean, they won't be exactly the same because obviously with it being natural string, the width isn't always the, you know, the diameter of the string. It varies. But anyway, so that's them 2. So now I'm going to come on to the smaller 2 and do these for you. So again, you want your tail up or down, whichever way you go. So we've got, and 3 again. These are just so diddy. They're cute when they're done. Just grab within this end bit, trying to poke it through. Find it. There we go. We're in business. So again, just tie your knot. Remembering to do one that way, and then one and pull it north to south again. There you go. That's that one. So last but not least, we will do this one. So again, just having that top piece up, and then you're going over like that, going round, round again to do the last row. It doesn't matter if it's not in the right position, you can always move it after, but just make sure that it's taut. So there you go. So that's that one. So again, east to west and north to south. Don't matter about these tails because I'm going to cut them anyway. And again, just move them down into position where you want them to be. Like that. And then just check then, that they're somewhat even. And they don't have to be perfect, but just gives you a better, I don't know, I just think it looks better. But that's just me for you. So I'm just going to trim these off. I mean, it's up to you how long you leave these. I mean, even if you wanted, you could tie them into a bow, whatever. You know, I mean, personally, I don't want a bow on them, but I'll just see if we can. The string might not be long enough. But I am doing bows on these. But you don't have to use string. You can use ribbon, you can use lace. You know, I mean, use whatever you want to use. I mean, even washi tape I would have thought, but I don't know how you're gonna, it'd just be a band round, wouldn't it? But there you go. That's that one with a little bow on. And obviously you just trim your ends off. So there you go. But bowing for me, I'm afraid. Gosh, this string makes such a mess. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to trim these off. I tend to leave about, I'd probably say maybe about 1 centimetre just over. So I'm just going to cut these off and try and get them so they look somewhat even if you want. Best you can. Just going to hold these two together just to get a bit of an eyeball of it. I mean, you can measure if you want, but I tend to do a lot by eye. I know we all use as eyes, but you know what I mean. So that one seems to be okay there. I'm just going to take that one off. This one and this one. Leave that there. I don't want to take too much off. So just get rid of these little bits. Can't be coping with it. Bits of string. I've got a little sweeping brush thing here that I have to use because I can't get all bits up. Sorry. A little bit of cleaning duty going on. But they're horrible. And it's stuck everywhere. We'll end up with more before we've done, but just get rid of them bits. Right, so just wake myself back in. Then you need your glue again. And all I'm going to do is just get under this knot, but make sure you've got them in right position before you start gluing. So I'm just going to get under this knot here and just squirt a little bead of gluing just to hold it there, just like that. I've left the knot loose, I'm just going underneath that bit, just making sure that it's where I want it to be. Let me get rid of that, I don't need that on. I'm doing my head in. Right, they're in position. So again, I'm just going to get a little bit in here, like that, and then a little bit under this side here. There we go. That's them two. And the little baby eggs. My eldest, when he was little, he couldn't say, well, we say like chucky egg. He used to call them puggy eggs. So if he wanted a boiled egg for breakfast, he used to say he wanted a puggy egg. I just thought I'd share that bit of information with you. Quite funny, really. So again, just getting some of that in there. I mean, you can glue the whole knot down if you want, but I don't. It don't want it really. It just holds it there. So that's that, and they're all done. So these little bits of string left over from other eggs, I'll just put there, out of the way. I'm going to put my pin back in, my glue, don't dry up. I'll put this one back in here, and I'm going to let them dry for you, well for me, let them dry, and then I'll be back with stage 2. So if I do wobble a little bit, I'm sorry. So I'm just going to let them dry and I'll be back. See you in a bit. Bye. Hello, we're back and we're all nice and dry. So while they've been drying, what I've actually done is, I'll just put these to one side. I've die cut using these dies some little flowers. You can use silk flowers, whatever you want to use, but I've just die cut all these. There's just some of them, so they're only tiny. So I've die cut them, and what I'm going to do now is put them together and all will be revealed. Right, what do I need? My glue, and I'll probably need my tweezers too. So I'm just going to glue these together. I'm just going to pop a little glue on back there like that. And I'm just going to build these up. And I'll just check from behind and then make sure I've got them somewhat central. That's the 2, so I'm just going to, sorry I might be off camera a little bit, I'm just going to bob this little one on. There. Just pop that one on there like that. I'm going to just put a little dabble on here. Little dot. And then I've got some, when I can find them, oh they're there, I've got some tiny little self-adhesive pearls. So I'm just going to bob one of these on. Although they've got a self-adhesive back on them, I often just remove it and then just stick the pearl on, because I don't think sometimes these little sticky bits, I can get it off, aren't always that sticky, and they don't always stay on. I've done stuff in the past using these and sadly they move. Get rid of that little bit. So I'm just going to bob this on here. That's if the glue hasn't dried out already. I'm just going to centralise that in and then just put a little bit of weight on it there, like that. So that's the main one done there. And then on these 3 little ones here, I'm just going to go ahead and just put the pearls on them. Just try and get these backings off. It's amazing when you want them to come off, they won't come off, will they? Anyway, I'll risk it with them on. So I'm just going to put a little bead of glue into the centre of each little flower. Oops. Pop a little bit more on there. top and one in the middle. There we go. I'm just going to put them to one side now to dry. The stickies come off that one. Could do with some more tweezers. I've used these and poked something with them, and they're a bit open at the bottom. Oh, right, that's that one. Just slightly back there, and then oops, there's bits all over with that string. And then I'm just going to drop that one on there like that. So that's them. So I've actually got all these bits to stick together now and bob pearls on these ones here. But what I'll do is I'll just put you on hold and I'll get them done, and then I'll be back to you. Just bear with me. We're a bit shaky.